Welcome to Friday. This is the Lake Wales camera. I don't have my audio line on the bottom. I gotta change that. I'm gonna change the battery. I lost all my settings. Let's see what the weather looks like, shall we? Excuse me. Oh, a little bit of blue. A little bit of cloud, a little bit of blue. Now I see why people like these. People like these Joby tripods. Because, of course, I can't tell if that's level. Can you guys tell? It's cutting my head off. Just need to tip it up just a little bit, right? The Joby tripod. The Jetting Julia lady that I watch online. She has one of these. I think it's a smaller one. Or maybe it's a Chinese knockoff. See, I'm on face tracking. Yeah, I lost the battery settings on this. Or lost the battery. When I changed the battery just now, the settings disappeared. That means the internal capacitor that holds your settings is no good. Oh, here we come. Thank you, Lord. It's coming out from under a cloud just long enough to hear me give praises to God. And then it's going back. Am I recording? Can you guys hear me? And this camera has spent time I think in Lake Gibson Middle and Lake Gibson Senior, and a couple of times I think at the beach. Maybe I didn't take this one to the beach. I know it spent a lot of times in that auditorium at Lake Gibson. And I'm thinking about a way to get those posted on a YouTube channel. If you guys give me a suggestion, I'm open to suggestions. Yeah, what if I could post those Lake Gibson videos on YouTube so that parents maybe from around that era, so that would have been anywhere from 14 to 8 years ago, something like that. The last ones were with Angel. And maybe some of the graduation. I don't think the graduation would work because it's mostly just focused in on certain people. And I would have to cut out the Lake Gibson videos, the parts where I'm focusing in on certain people. It's strange to be on the other end of this camera when all those times I was on the other side. Of course, I didn't bring my handy dandy bubble level with me, so I can't tell if this is level or not. One of the good things about the GoPro is that it's always level. It's called Linear Plus 1080p. It's just like, it looks like I'm sitting 5 times further back on the GoPro. Excellent for a dash cam, right? For a bicycle, when you want that wide field of view, but not so much for vlogging. I guess it's okay. It just gives you a wider picture of your surroundings. You know, if you were up in the mountains or on the Appalachian Trail, it'd be perfect for vlogging there, because you would get the scenery behind you or around you the whole time. Because what else is there if you're going to the beach and you're vlogging, or to the mountains? You want that picture, that broad picture. And you know, that camera yesterday, the last 2 cameras I got had personal pictures and videos on them. On that JVC had pictures from 2012. It's just so crazy that people didn't, maybe they were stolen. The police recovered them, And because the police couldn't just get rid of them, they donated everything to Goodwill. That's the only thing I can think of. If someone breaks into your car and steals your camcorder with your pictures on it, and then 2 days later the police raid a hotel room and they find a bunch of electronics from stolen cars, and nobody comes to claim it, right? So what do? The police have to get rid of it. Well, here they donate that stuff to the police auction, because I don't think the city can sell it. The police department cannot sell it. They have to donate it. And so usually they donate it to the Police Athletic League or the Explorers Post, and then they hold an auction and sell it. That's my understanding of that, because I do have some things I got from the police auction. I actually still have a toolbox in here that came out of a semi-truck, I think, because it had some chains. I must have got 2 big boxes of chains for semi-loads. You know, now they use straps, but I guess on some things they use chains. For like bulldozers and stuff, you can't use straps for those, right? Listen. Hello, there's the B-52. Is this working okay? Can you hear me? I don't have the audio meter on the bottom. I wonder if I can change this while we are recording. Mic level. Auto level indicator. There it goes. Actually, it did it. I was able to do it while I was recording. Now I can tell that my audio is coming out. Yeah, there's a B-52 again. And we're being serenaded by some beautiful birds. And it's not even springtime yet. 21st is spring. There's some strange clouds. There's like a strange cloud there that looks like a B-52, but it's not. It's like God just took a pen and made a straight line, and it stopped. Very interesting. Here I am, God. You can have me anytime. I think my gallbladder's bothering me. I think I may have to go to the doctor soon, or the hospital. What do you guys think? You'll be like, what do we think? It's what you think that matters. Believe you me, I'll let you know. None of this secret squirrel stuff like with my sister. It's like, what's the purpose? Right? Get my brother Joey. Only one that came to visit him. They all knew he was dying, but the only one that came to visit him was his brother John. Nobody else. And that one time that Ed Cotterill came to visit him, his buddy Ed, who was with him when he fell and hit his head. And he only visited him one day, and when I asked my brother Joe why doesn't Ed come to visit you more often, he said that Ed told him that it was depressing there at the nursing home, and that's why he wouldn't go visit Uncle Joey. Sure, it's depressing. I think there's a stinging ant on my hat. Stinging ant, stinging ant. They like to get in the little cricks and crevices. First I'll probably put this on my head, and then I'll find out it's still here, right? Oh, it was a jumpy spider. I'm sorry, sorry, it was a Tashelli. Sorry, I thought you were a little stinging ant. It was a jumpy spider. I thought I'd put my hat over the camera just to give it a break. But one of the benefits of having these is they don't overheat. not usually. And easy to change the spare batteries on them, to carry spare batteries. This is the HF-M40. See, this has got a pretty big, it's got a little bit of a bigger lens on it. This is my backup in case I see a falling star or a UFO. That's an unidentified flipping object. Of course, there's a B-52. Should I see if I can get it? Should I see if I can get it? Of course not. Of course not. Of course I can't get it. Can't even see the viewfinder. Nope, not even. I could do it, but I'm not going to do it and bother you with it. I didn't get it. It's hard to see this screen. Now, I guess what you need is like a hood. A square hood to go over it, right? Of course, I was zoomed in now and I had to zoom back out. It's a B-52, okay. I didn't put it on record, so there's nothing for you to see. Alright, go back to sleep. Look at this dust blowing around. You guys see that? This oak pollen. It's like the car is covered. The car is covered in this yellow pollen, like it is every year at this time, right? Can you imagine being outside? You're breathing this in right now while you're outside, because it's everywhere. It's oak pollen, right? Is that what it is? I hope this video is coming out okay. The 28th of March will be 1 year that I'm sure of, even though I know I started these videos around the 9th, which is tomorrow, Saturday. Hope everybody has a great weekend. Some people have to work. Some people will be on shift schedule here before too long, and they will have to work weekends and holidays and things. Especially if you're new, right? You have to work holidays. The new people always do. I want to say I went 2 years without a vacation until I built up enough to have 2 weeks in reserve. So I actually had to take a vacation or else I'd lose it. So it took 2 years though. But of course, if you work holidays, you can save those and take like a whole nother week off. I've told you this before. This last couple of years I was working with the city. I would save on my holidays. I was getting 4 weeks of vacation and I was saving like 8 or 9 days of holidays. So I was able to take like 6 weeks off. 2 weeks in the summer, 1 week in the 2 weeks at Christmas, and 1 week some other time. And of course I'd arrange it around my kids. That was the whole idea. You know, unless you start to get screwed with by your ex-spouse. So I can't tell you how many times, at least once I remember for sure, I was supposed to have you for Christmas. She said no. She just outright said no. And it was my turn. Nobody cared. Lawyers didn't care. Judge didn't care. Nothing. So God cares. And in the end, He's the one who will set things right. You have to believe that. So until then, we don't judge anybody, but we hold out hope and you pray for them. You pray for them at 15 minutes. I used to only do 15 minutes at a time, but it is getting hot out here. I love you guys. Thanks for spending time again with me today. I might go in and take a nap. It's always great to get out here and talk to you, catch some vitamin D. Of course, that spider that got on my hat left a web. It must came down out of the sky. Thanks for spending time with me today. It's the highlight of my day to know that I can come out here and talk to you and give you something back for all the time I wasn't there for you. Now here comes another B-52. This one's coming right at the sun, so I'm not even going to try to get it. I'll probably burn out the sensor of my camera. These must be coming like from Miami, going to Atlanta or something. May God allow us to be reasonably happy in this life and supremely happy forever in the next. And never forget that you are loved now and forever. Bye, you guys. Thanks again. I can find where the button is that starts and stops the recording. Hey, where is it? Yeah, now I found it.